Hi everyone. So today we are going to see about Apex code enhancer. So every day we are building something in Apex or LWC or Flow. So after building the logic, so we used to go for review and there will be certain feedbacks which will be provided from the architects or the person who is reviewing the code. So why can't we build something in the prompt builder? So we all know prompt builder purpose. So it's like we have certain instruction based on the input. The instruction will be run and it will have a format and that can be sent to LLM. From the LLM we will get the response. So I thought of building this Apex enhancer by providing certain instructions. My code should follow certain best practices for Apex, like the SOQL should not be placed inside the for loop and a DML statement should not present in the for loop and null check should be done prior to executing a query, or we should use collection variables for retrieving the information from SOQL, as well as if there are any exceptions happen, then there are certain standard exceptions present for the respective process. So those standard exceptions should be used instead of a generic exception. So those kind of instructions I have provided. So based on the instructions in the prompt builder, so it's reviewing the code which I have provided and it is enhancing my code and it's sharing the enhanced code as well as the original code with the diff, like what are the changes it has done and what is the commands addition to the enhanced code. So let me quickly show the demo. So first how the implementation is, like we have an LWC where I will paste the code and I click on enhance Apex, so it will go to the prompt builder. So from the prompt it is based on the instruction reviewing my code and providing the updated enhanced code along with the comments to what are the places it has made the changes and what's the reason. So this is my LWC and this is the sample class which I have taken. So update contacts. So I'm passing the contact list of contact IDs. Based on the contact IDs, I'm getting and checking that email is not null, and I'm taking the lower case of email and updating to the email field. And after updating to the contact email, and I'm taking the contact account ID and updating the contact account email as well. So you can see there are a lot of issues here. You can see there is a for loop present inside, sorry, SOQL present inside the for loop, and there is another one, and update statements, so DMLs are present inside the for loop. And here we are retrieving get contact, another one method where we are getting the contacts based on the ID which we passed. So here we have system.debug only, we are not throwing any error and it's a standard exception. Here we are doing update but we don't have any exception capturing. So likewise there are a lot of bugs in this Apex class. So let me just scroll down. So let me click on enhance Apex. So it started loading. So now Apex code enhanced successfully. I have the original Apex and as well as the enhanced Apex. So we can see the changes. So first and foremost, here we are not having any sharing based. Here we are having with sharing, as well as once we are getting the contact ID, previous we don't do any null check and it's straight away going and we are fetching the contact records, looping and we are getting that. But here we are doing a null check and if there is contact ID is null, it's returning back. And as well as we have taken this query out of the for loop and it has been provided outside the for loop, and we are getting the contacts in a list and we are checking whether the contact list is null or not. So we are doing an empty check. After After that, we are creating a separate collections variables to store, and we are looping that, and we are doing a email is not equal to the existing email, and we are doing update, and we are adding to a set of collections for account ID, and we are doing an update. So here you can see we're doing an null check. After that, we are using try catch for updating. So here in the catch you can see we have used DML exception because we are performing a DML operation. So if there are any exception, it will be related to DML exception. So it has used DML exception capturing. So since it has used system.debug, if you have any certain error logging framework, then you can use those error logging framework to capture the error message instead of adding system.debug. So you can provide the instructions like if there are any exceptions, it should go to this object with this message should be placed under this field. So it will be automatically construct that logging here, and it will throw the error. So if you don't want to throw error, you can modify the instructions. So likewise here, after updating the contact, we are adding the IDs to a set, and after that we are processing the accounts. So once after contact get updated, based on the IDs associated to the account set, we are further processing the IDs in this set of ID, and we are updating the account records. So here also we are having a try catch, and we are capturing the DML exception, and we are throwing the exception. So coming to the get contact. So here previously we don't have any null check, so here we are having a null check. So if it is null, it will be returning, and here as well. So we are querying the records, we are storing the results, and we are sending it out back. So let me scroll down. So these are some of the instructions which I have provided. So if you want more detailed instructions of the Apex which you are building in your organization, because it differs from organization to organization, the coding practice and the clean code architecture might be different. So based on the instructions which you want for your organizations, you can modify. So it will run based on that expectation. So what are the changes made? So publication point from governor limits, SQL, DML, and security, exception handling, and code quality. So what are the developer review required? So it's mentioning the original code updated the account for every contact with an email. The enhanced version updates each related account once, and once updated only not already present. Confirming that deduplicating account updates and preventing repeated suffix matches. 37 business behavior. And developer review required added with sharing changes execution mode. Confirm that enforcing sharing rule is acceptable for the context of these methods. So developer review required is like it has made certain changes in the logic. So this needs to be reviewed from the developer point on whether from the business model these are needed or it's not required. If it's not required, we can make changes like which sharing is not required, then we can remove, as well as if those logics which has been provided in the developer review required is not required, then we can make the changes per the need. So if only I want to follow the best practices, then we can have changes in the instructions as already mentioned. So what it has done, it has moved the SQL queries outside of the loop under the governor limits. Check has been done, and SQL has been added to a list collection variables. So those are the enhancements which it has done. So I have added the Git repository link to this post, so you can review the code in Prompt Builder as well as the LWC, so you can give a try. So if you want to make any changes based on this, so you can give a try. Thank you.